in here and tell us all about it, will you? That's terrific. See you soon. And Chris, congratulations, son. We can't visit till after 6:30 this evening.
Becoming the pushy grandparent already, Frank?
Am I? I'm just excited about seeing him, that's all.
Well, you'll just have to sit by the clock biting your nails till then, won't you?
No way. I'm going in the hot and to buy something for the baby.
Oh, yes.
And you're coming with me.
Well, I suppose I'd better. Maybe a little early for football boots. You're not leaving without your Zimmer frame, are you, Grandad?
I never thought I'd say it, but I don't mind in the least being called that.
Well, if you're going to the hospital, I'll tag along. If I'm going to be a maiden aunt, I suppose I'd better start fussing over him straight away.
I'm afraid not. Rachel doesn't want to see any visitors just yet.
Oh, well, I suppose that's understandable. She must be shattered about Joe's death.
You know, with all that's been going on, with the suddenness of the birth, I haven't had time to sit down and take it all in about Joe.
From what I've heard, half the village is in shock. How are you taking it, Kim? You and Joe were pretty close. I just can't really believe it. Hasn't sunk in.
I'm sorry, love. I should have been more sensitive. Joe meant a lot to us all. This is going to take a long time for us to come to terms with.
By the hospital's top paediatrician, who said he's 100% healthy.
Now, listen. 6 pounds 2 ounces for a premature baby. You were only 8'7" and you were late.
I couldn't believe it when I saw him there. So perfect. And he's mine.
How's Rachel coping with Joe's death?
No, she's not. On the one hand, she's got the joy of having the baby, and on the other... Oh, it's just so unfair. The doctor says I should keep a close eye on her. With postnatal depression, the death on top of that, she may be in a bad way for a while.
In that case, Chris, what I wanted to say can't wait. I want you, Rachel, and the baby to come and stay here. On top of what you just said, there's also your disability, son. I think being here will take a bit of pressure off you both.
As a matter of fact, I will take you up on that, Dad.
So you'll stay there?
Well, Rachel doesn't want to go back to the cottage because of Joe, so if we could stay here until Kathy moves out...
Oh, sorry, Frank. I'll come back later.
No, that's all right. Come in, have a drink. Wet the baby's head.
It's a bit too early for me, actually.
Then you'll have no excuse not joining me at the Woolpack tonight for a bit of a celebration. Kathy, too.
Oh, thanks very much. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hey, howdy, partner. Just popped in for a shot of red-eye.
No, I just came to enlist some muscle power, actually. Got a job in Hotton. You all right this afternoon?
It's your back.
Got some nice stuff, have you?
Yeah, a few nice bits and pieces to and a bubba too. Just the sort of bargains our city friends would enjoy.
Rick, Terry. Got it. Hey, Brett, your dad's here. Right, well, what you having?
Hiya.
Hi.
Is that it? Hi.
Tina, I'm trying to study. I'm at least 2 months behind in this subject. I just can't see myself passing at this rate.
Here, the guest list for the wedding so far.
So far? Must be everybody in a 70-mile radius on this. Who's Uncle Albert?
Me uncle, of course.
Tina, this is ridiculous. There must be over 100 people on this list. Look, why the hell do you say I'd pay for it? Where am I going to get the money from for this?
Don't worry, father of the bride pays, remember?
And why did you announce in the pub that
Because my dad's a bit embarrassed about not having the ready cash. He's got money coming in at the end of the month for some scrap he sold off, but he's a bit short at the moment.
But he's going to pay?
Of course. I mean, we'll have to fund the wedding ourselves and he'll pay us back later.
We still have to raise money from somewhere.
That shouldn't be too difficult for a smart, handsome lad like you.
I suppose you want to take all the pots out my cupboards again, won't you, eh? You're a little tinker, you are.
Brit, what's wrong, love?
I'm sorry, Jan. I just didn't know where else to go. Eyes in. Something's really upset you. Now, you tell me what it is, love. Oh, come on, Brit. You come here to tell me something. What is it?
I just thought that I could talk to you and that you'd understand.
I might if I knew what it was. You're not pregnant, are you?
No, it's not that. No, I don't ever want to have children.
You know how many times I've heard that?
No, I mean it. 'Cause at Christmas time, those ads come on the telly, don't they? A dog is for life and not just for Christmas. Well, what about kids? Anybody can have a kid and they can just treat it how they like. Oh, God, I better go.
What is it, love?
Sorry, Jan. I can't.
Oh, Britt.
Oh, Chris.
Hi. You look like you've been hard at it.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm about to collapse into the bath for a couple of days.
Kathy, what you did yesterday...
You don't have to say anything.
Yes, I do. If you hadn't acted the way you did, it could have been a disaster.
Well, I'm just glad Rachel and the baby are okay.
Thanks to you. I just want you to know how grateful I am for what you did.
Chris, to be honest, I don't want your gratitude. What I did yesterday, I did because I had to. I did it for Rachel.
Why do you have to make everything so hard?
Hard, I'm making it easy for you. The best thing I can do now is get the flat finished above the tea room so you and Rachel can move in here.
Nobody's asking you to break your back to move. I'm just trying to say thank you. Why won't you let me?
Chris, I need to get a bath.
Steady.
Hey, you don't want to overdo it, do you, Eric?
What I don't want to do is to aggravate an old injury, old boy. I'm afraid in this partnership, you're going to have to do the lifting.
No can do, mate. No, I've got a bit of a dodgy disc problem myself. Hey, what we need's one of them young lads on work experience. Get him to do the lumping.
What a good idea. Yeah. Strong pair of hands, paid for by the state. I like that.
Hey, do you think we'll sell any of this? Looks like a pile of old tat to me.
Terry, by the time we've finished with it, every tiny of the Japanese 4x4 will have one of our genuine antiques sticking out the back, and we'll have made 400% profit from our initial outlay.
Hey, stop it. You got me all up and bothered talking like that.
It's difficult to know whether he's had enough or he's just resting.
I doubt there's any point in looking to us for advice. Not exactly the mother's club, are we?
I think the general rule, if he's not crying, you're okay.
Oh, he's beautiful, Rachel. You must be so happy. Yeah, he's wonderful. But with Joe dying, I'm up one minute and I'm down the next.
Rachel, we're so sorry about Joe.
You lot finished yet?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's beautiful, Rachel. Really beautiful. May I? I've done this before, you know. And she's sitting right there. Proof that I didn't drop her. Hello.
Right, this is the bit where we load you up with chocolates to make sure you've no chance of losing weight.
Thank you.
Do you think you're ever going to get him back off, Dad?
This reminds me when you were born. You were the prettiest baby on the ward.
Right, I think that's my cue to leave.
Bye, Rachel. If there's anything you need.
We'll see you downstairs, Dad.
I wish that Joe could have seen him. He'd have been so proud. Oh. He was always there for me.
He was there for a lot of us, Rachel. Come on.
I can't go home. Everything's going to remind me of it.
Don't worry, that's all been sorted. You, Chris, and the baby are going to come and live with us when you get out of here, where we can look after you. And I want you to feel free to stay as long as you like.
I can't believe you didn't discuss it with me first, Frank.
I honestly thought you'd be delighted. You can see how distressed she is about going back to the cottage.
Oh, don't give me that. This is so you can have that baby at arm's length 24 hours a day, not about Rachel.
That is not fair. Rachel and the baby are family, and they're going to come and stay in my house.
Your house?
Our house.
Then we should have discussed it.
Did you think I was wrong? Asking Rachel to come and stay at home farm?
This isn't up to Zoe, Frank.
Oh, the size of home farm, you could have the whole maternity unit if you wanted. Sorry, Kim.
Exactly.
She can stay with us if there's a problem.
Rachel is staying at home farm. She's in a highly emotional state because of Joe's death, and I'm not going to have
Hello,
that...
Sarah. Sarah.
Sarah, I'm sorry about Joe. If there's anything we can do.
Thanks. It's hard when you're on your own, but in a couple of days I'll have a house full of people for the funeral and I'll be wishing I was on my own again. Anyway, I better go and see Rachel. I can't wait to see the baby. Bye.
Bye.
That's what families do in a crisis, Kim. They pull together.
Oh, you're not still studying, are you, Luke? Let's go to the wool pack. There's nothing on telly.
Sounds great, but I can't. Got to finish this letter a minute up to my neck.
All work and no play makes Tina very, very restless.
Tina, I have to do this.
Do you reckon we can still sleep together when your mum and dad are here?
What do you mean?
When they come for the wedding, of course. Oh, no, it's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding.
Hold on.
isn't it?
Who said anything about my parents coming? They're not coming. There's no way I'm going to tell them, not until the ink's dry.
Oh, no, of course. I forgot you're marrying a dingle. They're not exactly going to be doing cartwheels over that, are they?
Probably not, but that isn't why I'm not going to tell them.
You're ashamed of me and my family, aren't you?
Tina. Tina!
You sorted that? Okay.
There's one for Betty.
There you go. Oh, thank you. And thank you, Chris.
Well, thank you all for coming to celebrate the rather unexpected birth of my son.
Oh, don't worry about him being early, Chris. I read somewhere that premature babies are more intelligent.
Hey, we're well overdue.
Well, I guess that's all the proof you need.
To the baby.
Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
All the best.
And perhaps we could take this opportunity to remember a very dear friend and his sudden and tragic passing, Joe Sugden.
It's only fitting when a new life comes into the world that an old one goes out. That's nature's way.
Well said, Seth.
We've got 3 more house clearances. These are very fine pieces.
Aye, some very heavy ones and all, no doubt.
As long as the back holds out.
Oh, as long as there's a quid in it, it'll hold, Eric.
You won't be cracking jokes when we bank our first million, Britt.
You ever thought of calling yourself Steptoe and Son?
Hey.
Ignore her, Eric. She's never had a head for enterprises, our Britt.
Teddy, Eric. Oh, I've suddenly got deja vu.
Hey, Ronnie, long time no see. What are you having?
I'll have a whiskey, please, Teddy.
Serve him yourself.
All right, Ron. I'll get them. Again.
I thought I might find you in here.
Oh, we weren't hiding, Ronnie.
Well, not well enough.
Would you like to join us?
Well, Teddy's just getting me a drink, Betty, thanks. But I did want to say how much I've enjoyed staying with you.
We've enjoyed having you, Ron.
Aye, come again next year.
What I really wanted to know was whether you could do me a weekly rate.
Whiskey's here, Ron.
So,
Oh, it's great to have you all here. Come on, Rachel, sit down. Shall I take the baby?
No, it's all right. I can manage, thanks. How are you feeling?
You look wonderful.
Tired, sore, like a deflated balloon. Apart from that.
Look at him. He's gorgeous, isn't he?
He's a little cracker.
Worth a bit of discomfort, eh?
Discomfort. It was agony.
Yeah, but look what it's produced. Joseph, Mark. What's a bit of pain compared to this?
Oh, typical male response. Sure sign they don't have to produce babies.
If they did, you wouldn't hear the last of it.
Absolutely.
When you two are finished, is there any chance of me holding my grandson?
Is it all right if I go through for a lie down? I'm absolutely shattered.
No, we'll be all right. Won't we, Joseph?
Come on, Dad. It's better that Rachel takes.
Oh, spoil sport. Look, I just want you both to know you can stay here for as long as you like. It's really nice to have you both here. Isn't it, Kim?
Yes, of course. Thanks, but it'll only be for a few days. Shame.
What is it?
Yeah, the Joe isn't here to see his namesake.
Yeah, but one life ends and another starts. All part of the cycle, eh? And I'll tell you something else.
What?
It felt really good to be holding a little baby again.
Hello, is that the school secretary? It's Tina Dingle here. I need to get a message to Luke McAllister. He's in for his physics A-level this afternoon. Yeah, but it's really important that you get him to phone me before he goes in. Thanks very much. Thank you, bye.
She was very anxious that you should ring her before you went in.
Did you say what was wrong?
No, but the secretary says she sounded a bit distressed.
Oh, hell. Tina, it's me.
Luke?
What?
I'm scared.
Why? What's the matter?
I'm frightened, Luke. I think it's the baby. I've been feeling really rough since you went. I'm getting terrible stomach pains.
Right, I'm on my way. But I've got to go. Tina's really ill.
Hold on.
Please, she needs me.
Yeah, but you missed your exam.
I know, but this is more important.
Is it? Look, Luke, just stop for a second and think about it.
I haven't got a second. She's ill.
Yeah, but if you miss this paper, you won't get your physics A-level. Without that, you won't get into Edinburgh. Your place depends on it.
I'm sorry, I've got to go.
In here! Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. What about you, the baby?
Oh, that was just some indigestion. No, I feel much better now. Do you want a coffee?
Anyone would think you were at death's door the way you carried on.
But I did feel awful. I wasn't to know it was indigestion. I'm not a doctor, am I?
Nor will I be at this rate. You do realise that dashing back here for you, I've missed my physics exam?
You're so kind, Luke. Here.
I don't want a cup of coffee.
Luke, I'm sorry. I was worried about the baby. Look, since we're here together, why don't we make the most of it?
Don't you understand? I've missed my exam. That means I won't get the grades I need. I need 3 A's to get into Edinburgh. And thanks to you and a bit of wind, that's not going to happen now, is it?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
What?
I didn't want to live in Edinburgh anyway.
We're ready.
Hey, your father's talking to you. He wants serving.
That's not all he wants.
Hey, sorry, folks. What can I get you? Same again.
Yeah, thanks, Terry.
What do you think, Amos? Bit livelier than it was in your day, eh?
Aye, in my day, it were a pleasant place to sup.
Oh, I bet it was. Gentlemen like yourself couldn't be anything but.
Oh, well, at least there's someone with taste round here.
So, what about your exam?
I missed it. God, what a mess.
When are you going to learn? Tina's no good. She'll ruin your life.
Looks like she already has.
Hey, up. Empty glasses. We can't have that.
There you go.
What's wrong with it, Terry?
I wish I knew.
Have a word, eh?
I've tried.
You and Nick seem to be getting on very well together.
Yeah, we are. We'll be getting on even better if you want for old goose gog Biff over there. Skipping on the floor cramps your style a bit.
I'll bet. Hey, I've just had a brainwave. Biffo, my lad, come here.
Hey?
I think I've just solved your accommodation crisis.
What do you mean?
My caravan. You can stay in that till you find a place.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks, Bet.
You'll have to shift it, mind. Jack wants it out of his yard.
That's not a problem. I'll soon find somewhere to put it. Terry, get this lady a large sherry.
Luke,
Gent.
What's the matter?
I feel awful.
Is it your stomach again?
No, about what I did today. I've screwed everything up for you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about the exams.
Pick up caravan any time this morning.
Yeah, we'll do it after this, because Frank's giving us time off.
Ah, well, at least I'll have a place to myself. Mind you, I suppose you and Kathy have got something a bit grander in mind.
No chance.
Oh, sorry, I thought you would.
Yeah, so did I. Seems they've jumped gun a bit.
Yeah, well, she giving you elbow then?
Yeah, 1 minute she's giving us come on. Next minute she's giving us cold shoulder. Same old story. Don't know where I stand.
Can you do the sitting room?
It's my kitchen day today. If I start changing my schedule, I don't know where I am.
Well, I'll be out from under your feet in a minute, Betty.
Where are you going?
Cotton.
Luke, you can't. The vicar's coming round to talk about the wedding.
I'll be there. Just like to make sure we got the money to pay for it all.
Makes sense to me.
You keep out of it. Nobody asked you. Get on with your cleaning.
I don't take orders from you, madam. I work for the McAllisters.
I've got to find a job, Tina. The head said if I don't sort myself out, I've no chance of taking my resits.
So what? What's more important, Luke? Us or your exams?
Same thing. You can't live on romance, you know.
Keep out of it.
Look, I promise I'll be back for the vicar. I've heard they're taking on casuals for poultry packing. At least it'd mean a few quid for us.
Oh, a lad with his education ought to be worth more than that.
Oh, clumsy me. Looks like more cleaning for you, Betty.
Hey, busy? Aye, I shouldn't be doing all this heavy work. Not with my bad back, any road.
Well, I can't think of a more profitable way of using your time. I've just been to see a house clearance in Skipdale. A few good pieces, fish good price with the right restoration.
Oh, I don't know. Turner's already hassling me about working with you.
Yes, well, I can't say I'm surprised. Alan Turner suffers from a village trait. He resents anyone with wider horizons than his own.
He's a pain, if that's what you mean.
What I'm saying is, you and I set our sights a bit higher. A lot of Americans around at the moment, aren't there? Always very keen on discovering precious antiques in the old country.
Aye. Seems a shame to send 'em home empty-handed.
Exactly. At last. Somebody in this village with a bit of ambition. Our American friends may not be too bright, but they're not going to part with their cash unless it looks authentic.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
Morning. Just don't forget to pay attention to detail, eh?
Terry, have you got a minute?
Certainly. What's on your mind?
It's private.
Don't mind me, Betty. We'll talk further.
Just take care of it. It's sentimental to our family.
Oh, need any help?
No, we're nearly ready.
Where are you taking her?
First stop, Woolpack car park.
Oh, great location, eh? Ale on tap. What more could anybody ask for?
Yeah, I reckon Seth will be wanting it back then. See you later.
See ya.
I had a long chat with Britt's dad this morning.
Oh, aye.
He told me something in confidence and, well, I don't know what to do for best. Britt's never been too happy about him being here.
No, she's made that pretty obvious.
Do you know why?
Something about his second wife, he said.
Well, perhaps she should try to be a bit more understanding about it.
Well, I've tried talking to her. She just don't want to know.
She'll regret it for the rest of her life if she doesn't.
Well, why? What's he said?
He's dying, Terry. Cancer. Maybe months, maybe weeks. Well, all he wants to do is make his peace with her.
Poor Ronnie.
Yeah. The trouble is, he won't have her told. He's made me swear not to say anything about it. Well, I've kept my word, but, well, I just thought you ought to know about it.
Thanks.
Oh, you know what these family feuds are like. Always over something out and best forgot.
Aye, especially at a time like this.
Whatever Ronnie says, I think we owe it to the pair of them to set the record straight.
Aye.
I wish I knew what was up with Britt. She's a good worker, you know. I'm sure the increase in turnover is down to her.
Cheers. Nah, I don't think as I could ever have turned place over to strangers. I've always felt as my place were behind bar.
Oh, times change, Emil.
Certainly do, Mr. Turner. Looks like you got gypsies moving in now.
What?
I'll have to go.
Hi! Terry!
Yes, Al?
I get the unnerving feeling that you're responsible for this. I hope you're going to tell me that I'm wrong. What on earth do you think you're doing?
Sorry, Alan, can't chat. We've got to get back to work.
You can't leave that monstrosity here.
That monstrosity happens to be my home.
This happens to be my car park.
There's plenty of room, you'll hardly notice it.
The thing's an eyesore. It does not belong here.
Yeah, well, Terry said it'd be all right.
I just knew this would be down to you.
Hey, let's not be hasty. I had your best interests at heart.
You haven't got a heart. Or a brain. You're an uncaring imbecile. You can't go.
I would love to stop for a pint. Gotta get back to her.
But what about the caravan?
Oh, don't worry, it's teetotal. Don't even drink petrol.
I can explain, Al.
I'll look forward to that. Get inside.
You'll be able to write and tell your friends about the shenanigans at the pub now.
Nobody'd believe the goings-on in this village. Never seen Alan Turner so angry, though.
Well, I can't blame him. I reckon that young Terry's for the high jump.
Yeah, well, I just feel sorry for him myself.
Well, I don't see why. He's brought it all on himself.
Yeah, I know, but he's got a lot on his mind just now.
He and my Vic aren't up to some new scam, are they?
No. It's just that, well, I've had to give him a bit of bad news.
Oh, why? What's happened?
Oh, I'm sworn to secrecy.
Suit yourself.
Well, I don't suppose there'd be any harm in just telling you. But you'd have to promise not to spread it any further.
Oh, cross my heart and hope to die.
It's about Ronnie, Brit's dad.
You're just an employee here. That does not entitle you to turn this place into a caravan park.
Hey, you might have an idea there, Al. Hey, supposing we were to start charging Biff rent.
Don't even think of it.
Well, Frank Tate does very well out of campers.
Well, then tow it up to his holiday village and see how grateful he is.
If I'd have known you were going to start taking caravans in, I'd never have given it up. Imagine being right on the doorstep for opening time.
You seem to have managed that wherever you live, Seth. Now, that caravan will attract all sorts of riffraff here.
It's only a temporary arrangement. A couple of weeks at most.
A couple of hours is too much if you want to keep your job. Now, get rid of it.
Where?
That's your problem.
Brit!
You got yourself into this mess. You can get yourself out.
Thanks for a quick getaway.
And that's what mates are for.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you feel like that. Because I might be needing a bit more help. Well, Turner's not going to let me stay there much longer, so I was wondering whether you could ask Frank if I could park the van up here.
I've lost this job once already. I don't want to push me luck.
Oh, come on, he'd listen to you.
Hey, Turner's bark's worse than his bite. Surely a man of your powers of persuasion can turn him round.
Dave, here you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Frank, give me time off to move the van, and this is my lunch hour.
I'm not checking up on you. Come to ask you for dinner.
Oh, right.
Well, Emma's invited Kathy, and I thought you might like to make up the foursome.
Oh, right.
7:33?
Yeah, lovely. I thought you said things were cool enough between you and Kathy.
Yeah, they have.
Get over. You're on trendy super circuit now. My wedding bell's next.
What are you cutting the crusts off for? The bread's not mouldy.
Because this is the proper way to do it, you know now.
I don't know why you're here. It's me and Luke he's come to see.
I'm leaving nothing about this wedding to chance. They are, your reverence, cucumber sandwiches. Get stuck in.
Thank you, Mrs. Dingle. As you know, I'm part of the teen ministry, so I don't get to Emmerdale as often as I'd like, and I regret I don't know all my parishioners personally. I take it you are regular churchgoers?
Devout. We never miss a Sunday.
Well, that makes a refreshing change these days.
Take our religion very seriously. We're always distributing goods to the poor.
I was just passing.
Well, go on, don't let us stop you. We're busy.
I noticed you got a very nice big garden out there. Plenty of room to park a caravan.
Have you been drinking?
It's for Biff. He's a friend of yours, isn't he?
Not anymore, he isn't.
Well, go on then, clear off, Torag. I'm very sorry about that, your reverence. Go on, where was he up to?
You were just telling me about your charity work.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi.
There we are.
Oh, thank you.
Is Dave not with you?
Oh, I didn't know you'd been invited.
That's all right, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. We just haven't got round to talking today. He's probably been busy at work. Well, this is lovely. One of the advantages of having an in-house designer, I guess.
Thanks. Come on through.
Oh, wow. This is beautiful. I might try and do something like this in my new flat.
I've got loads of samples I can show you.
Really? That must be Dave. Why don't you go and get it, Emma?
Right.
Word of warning. Once you get Emma started talking about designs, it's hard to stop her.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm really interested.
Well, okay, short of wine, anyway.
Doing well tonight, Al. 2 ladies in tow.
I don't need comments on my social life, thank you. I just want to know that you've got rid of that caravan.
Acres of ground at Lady Weir's place. Plenty of room for a caravan there.
I want it out of my car park by tonight. Have you got that?
Thanks to you, we've got to turn up at church for the next 4 weeks. Devout. It won't do you any harm. I say, in less than a month, we'll be welcoming you into our family. That's got to be worth a celebration drink, hasn't it?
Champagne all round?
2 halves of lager and a glass of water, please.
That was really delicious. You must give me the recipe. Oh, it's very simple. I like entertaining, but I don't have any time to cook.
We plan to have a lot more dinner parties. It's a good way for me to get to know people in the village, and it gets them used to us as a couple.
I suppose that part's the same for you and Kathy.
We're not a couple.
Would you two like to go through to the other room and we'll bring in some coffee?
Do you have to be so rude?
I'm just telling the truth. We're not a couple. You just told me you didn't want to live with me.
Well, maybe it would have been better if you hadn't come tonight.
Yeah, maybe it would. I don't like playing games when I don't know rules.
Hey, it's gotta go or my life won't be worth living.
Oh, come on, let me talk to him. I'll stall him for time.
There's no point.
Terry, I asked you over the bar. You said it'd be all right.
I'm pleased to be leaving you a bit more cheerful than last time. I think that's probably your influence.
That's what friends are for. I'm happy to plead guilty.
Well, better go and finish my packing. It's lovely to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I knew you'd be back to your old self as soon as you sorted out your social life. Bye, Ellen.
She seems very fond of you. You two must go back a long way.
Well, she's just an old secretary of mine, that's all.
Can I have a word, Mr. Turner?
Yes, of course. Goodbye, preferably.
Look, you've got to give me more time.
Answer the question. I've got my customers to think of.
And how do you think Shirley would have felt? She spent half of her life trying to help the homeless, and now you're evicting me on my first night. How do you think she'd have felt about that?
Brit.
What do you want?
Well, we gotta talk. You must see that.
I'm working.
Okay, if that's the way you want it. You can get me a drink. I'll have a large scotch.
All right, but I want it out of here by Tuesday.
Terry, will you serve the customer, please? I'm taking my break now and I'm not coming back till he's gone.
Brit, don't be daft. He's your dad! This is ridiculous. You can't carry on like this.
It's his fault, not mine.
He's your father. You've got to give him a chance.
You don't know anything about him.
Well, maybe I know a bit more than you do.
Oh, and what's that supposed to mean?
He's dying, Brit. Cancer. That's why he wants to see you.
Well, it doesn't make any difference. And the answer's still no. Why can't you leave me alone?
Mr. Turner said it'd be all right to come through.
Get out of here! Go to hell!
Oh, hiya. You all right?
Well, the estate agents have been on. Contracts are ready, so it looks like I can move on Thursday.
Oh, that's great.
So, any volunteers?
Oh, I'd love to, Kathy, but you'll have to ask my boss.
Yep, and you'll have to ask my boss.
Hello, Kathy. What are you doing here?
Oh, just passing. Actually, I've come to let you know that I'm moving into the flat at the tea room on Thursday.
Ah, great. I mean, for you.
What she really came for, Frank, is some muscly young men to shift some furniture.
No, seriously, anything you want, just ask. Take the Land Rover if you think you'll need it. I suppose you'll want to be there. Let me see. I'll need you for about an hour, first thing in the morning. Apart from that, it's all yours.
Thanks.
You're the boss?
Excuse me. I only came in for this.
See you, Frank.
What's up with him? I've not seen him that chirpy since his honeymoon.
Oh, he's just pleased to get rid of me. Right, then I'm going. So, see you on Thursday, muscle men. If not before.
Couldn't you at least have tidied some of this up?
I'll probably be needing it again tonight.
You and Brit still not speaking?
She won't come down all day. Won't let me into her bedroom. Won't talk to me, won't listen to me. I don't know what's wrong. I think she's having some kind of a breakdown.
I say, he's been up and down like a fiddler's elbow. He's breaking my heart, Viv.
But what's he doing?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? He's looking for her. They had another Barney last night, from what I can gather. He comes in all churned up, wouldn't talk about it, though. Went straight up to his room, and it's not like Ronnie, that.
But what were they row about? I mean, she does know, doesn't she? You know, about the cancer.
Well, she must do by now.
Oh, how could you do that? Reject a dying man?
Dying father.
Well, it's not human.
Aye. You'd have to be as hard as nails.
I mean, we've had rows before. Loads of them.
Don't I know it?
Aye, but not like this. I mean, at least then she'll fight, scream, throw things. Like last night. It's this silence. I can't handle it. It's not her.
She is, and you have heard her?
Oh, I can hear her walking about. Crying sometimes. She is alive. I haven't even bottled up yet. I'm sorry, Al.
Leave it. You've got enough to do.
Do you think I should ring Doctor? Hey, come on, love. Sit down.
Are you all right, Lee? I'll be in the bar.
What's the matter, Cupcake? Is there something I've done?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Tell me what's up.
Jess. Jessica. Beg. Come on, girl. Beg for Daddy. Dad. You nearly frightened her half to death.
Huh? Who?
Jess. She's a rat.
You don't say. Well, it's still vermin, so get rid.
Get rid of pigs and all, then. They're vermin.
Well, you can eat pigs. Where did you find it? Not in kitchen, I hope. Your mama go mad.
No, in here. She was nosing around in corner, so I just threw a sack over her and wham bam, thank you, Gran. I've only had her a day and she knows me already.
Butch, what do you want with your flaming pet rat?
Companionship. Affection. Yes.
All things you can get off a woman.
Steady on, Dad. They're intelligent creatures. More clever than dogs, even. Watch this.
What?
See the way her ears pricked up then? Give me 2 days and she'll be coming to heel.
Behave.
I'm telling you. I've seen it on telly, record breakers and that. You can train a rat to do out a dog can.
You're having me on.
I'm not. I don't understand folk, me. Screaming and shouting and setting traps. I think they're lovely. Hello, darling.
Hey. You know, I think you could have some out there.
You've had one of your ideas, haven't you, Dad? Come on, then, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that there rat might be the goose that laid the golden egg.
Hey. He dumped your mum and ran off with another woman. I know that's bad, but it was a long time ago. I bet even your mum's over it now. Well, you just listen to him. You'd realise how much he loves you. Don't you reckon?
I don't care.
Oh, I don't believe you. He's dying. Don't you care?
He'll say anything if it suits him.
Oh, come on. He's hardly lying.
Oh, so he's dying.
He just wants to make it up to you. Is that so bad? I mean, even if you don't feel it, can't you just tell him that everything's all right between you? And send them home happy?
No.
Not even for a dying man. Just one little white lie. What's so terrible about that? It wouldn't bother you normally. I know it wouldn't. What are you trying to prove here? He's your father!
Yeah.
No. No. No!
You can't blame yourself, Ronnie. You've done everything you could have done.
If only she'd listen. Let me explain.
I'm sorry, Ronnie. I know she's your daughter, but I must speak my mind. And I think she's been a selfish little madam over what she's put you through, I do.
You don't know the whole story, Betty.
I know enough. I know you.
I want a good father to her. There were things that happened. Now I can understand why she can't forgive me.
It started when I was 8. My 8th birthday, in fact. I'd rather have had a Cindy-doll.
Don't.
Till I was 14. And then I moved in with our Nancy. He left 6 months later. He ran off with his fancy piece.
Why didn't you go back home?
You see that? I didn't fall off my bike.
Did he do that?
No, I did it. With a razor blade. One of his razor blades.
Should have done it to him. You should have slashed him. Did your mum chuck him out when she found out?
Chuck him out?
Well, didn't she know? She did know. Oh, I don't believe this.
But I never asked her to. We didn't ever say.
Well, why didn't she stop it if she knew? How did she know?
He did it, not her. I mean, I'm all right, Anna. I didn't die or anything. I was fine until he turned up.
I'm gonna kill him.
No!
I brought him into this house. Bought him drinks the old pals act. You had me feeling sorry you were dying.
Terry, no, please, no fights. Just get rid of him. I don't ever want to see him again. Please.
Hey, now look. Our butcher's just had a brainwave.
Isn't that what they call a contradiction in terms?
No, it's identifying a gap in the market, and I think Dingle Enterprises could fill it.
Oh, we've heard £1 for every time I've heard that.
Time to introduce your mother to Jess. Jess? You still pining after that daft McAllister lass?
I knew I'd heard that name somewhere before.
What are you two chunnering on about?
Never mind. Release the beast!
Oh, it's a rat! Oh, no!
Right.
Oh, no,
all right, show's over. Fetch it back.
Oh, don't!
It's all right, Nelly, look. It's all right. It's gone now. It's gone now, love. It's all right. But here's a little wrinkle for you. In this country today, you're never more than 6 foot from a rat.
Oh,
It's all right, it's all right, love. Nobody likes them much, but it just so happens our lad there is a natural.
Jessica,
so,
on, girl.
I give you the Dingle Rat Catching Corporation
Yes.
Incorporated.
Yes. Jessica. Come on, girl.
What a palaver!
Is Ronnie in?
Get out of my house! Get out! Get out!
Oh, you! You've got 2 minutes to pack your bags and get out. Starting now.
Oh, Teddy, wait. Look, I don't know what she's been saying to
I
me.
think you know what she's been saying, so I start packing if I were you.
You can't come barging in here talking to my guests like that. You stop where
Shut
you are.
it, you! This is family business. Now, I won't tell you again.
All right. I'll go, but you've only heard her side of it, remember?
Don't talk about my wife like that! She's the only one keeping you alive just now. Because if I had my way, I'd rip you to pieces and wipe floor with you. You scum! Now pack your bags! Get out!
Leave him! Leave him! For God's sake, leave him!
Never known you bite your nails before.
I thought I'd grown out of that.
What's going on?
Move it! Stay out of it! Betty, get inside! Go on. All right.
Terry,
Let's go!
leave him alone, for God's sake!
Terry, please.
Get in! You make me sick!
No, tell her I'm sorry. Tell her with all my heart. That's all I came to say.
Get in! You ever come near her again, I'll kill you. I swear to God, I will. He's gone. And he won't be coming back.
Oh, I'm gonna go and have a bath and get changed.
Hey! You can't just pretend that nothing's happened. We've got to talk.
What have we been doing?
Not about him. About us. Brett.
It's finished and he won't be coming back, you've just said.
We can't just carry on the way things were. Things have changed. All this time. It's been a lie.
I couldn't tell you.
Well, why not? Why couldn't you trust me? I'm supposed to be your husband. Good enough for out there when we're putting on glitz. Mr. and Mrs. Good Time bartender.
What good would it have done?
It'd have stopped me feeling like I were living with
A freak?
a stranger.
Well, I'm very sorry, Terry.
How are we supposed to get anywhere if you keep knocking me back?
Don't keep blaming it all on me.
I've got to know what you're feeling.
Feeling? I don't feel anything, Terry. It's not worth it.
It's me you're talking to. You could drop the act.
Act? Oh, what difference do feelings make? They don't stop someone doing something if they really want to do it.
I'm not talking about your dad. I'm talking about now. Us. I'm not some old pervert. I'm talking about you and me. Two people who are supposed to love each other. You can't turn around after all these years and tell me that you didn't feel anything. You did. I'm not the same as him just because I'm a fella. I've never been rough with you. I've never hurt you. I love you.
I know.
And you love me. Don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you must have felt something when we were together. No?
He got there first.
Then why do it?
Because I love you.
Love me or feel sorry for me?
What would you do if the sex dried up, Terry? Be honest. You'd find another woman, wouldn't you?
I love you.
But not for long. And then where would I be?
Well, I've seen you with the other girls. Eyeing up fellas. Cracking dirty jokes with the best of them.
So?
Well, how can you do that? Pretend it's all a laugh.
It's what landladies do, isn't it?
What do you think we're going to happen? In the future? We're just going to carry on like this? Be honest with me, Brett.
Yeah. Well, you were happy enough, weren't you? Oh, I'm sorry, Terry. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry.
You're wrong. All this time, I knew something were wrong. But I thought it was me.
He's gonna be a boxer. Look at his fists.
Hey, Joseph. It's time for your feed.
You're not hungry, are you, little fella? You want to stay here and play with your granddad Frank and Grandma Kim?
I wish it was that easy.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
Frank.
It's a bit early for his feed, isn't it? It's bound to wake up in the night.
I don't mind. Which means we'll have to go to bed early, doesn't it, eh?
I still wish you'd told me. Well, how can you keep a thing like that to yourself?
I've told you.
I love you. I'd do anything for you. What?
I have to ask you. How do you carry on sleeping with a woman if you think she doesn't want you or doesn't want it? How do you do it? How did you do it?
I didn't want it to be true. I blanked it out, I suppose.
Welcome to the club, Terry.
Gone? Did he pay rent before he went? Betty? Betty?
Charlie?
Betty, love?
Terry, how is she?
Oh, a bit better. Oh, I'm sorry about all this.
It's none of my business, and I'm not sure that I want to know. I think a lot of her.
So do I.
Good. Well, I'm glad she's in capable hands. I didn't know you knew Linda Glover.
I don't. Not really. But I do know Danny. Oh, Alan. He hasn't changed that much since you last saw him. That's my son.
I didn't know you knew Alan Turner.
I don't. Not really. But I do know her.
Who?
Lady Ware.
Oh, top hole. Mixing with the plebs this evening. How'd you know her?
She's the boss.
Going down one way.
You all right, love? I'm fine.
Oh, look, okay. Didn't expect to see you out here.
Well, you know me. Mrs. Good Time Bartender.
Why don't we just elope to Gretna Green? Every time I add these up, I get a different answer. It's no odds, it's just 5 different ways of saying you're broke.
Should we call it all off then?
Would I?
Good, because I was going to pop round to the Woolpack, see if Brit fancies doing the food for the reception.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Now we know she won't be spitting in the vol-au-vents.
What?
Not now I'm safely married off. Her fella's always fancied me, you know.
I hear you sent your father-in-law packing this afternoon.
Hey, have you come here to start mixing?
Nay, you did me a favour, lad. Mind you, Betty's very upset. I think she'll be boycotting this place for a good while yet.
Ah, well, maybe I've done us both a favour.
Yes, but I'm the landlord, and I say get rid of it.
Don't you care about homeless, Mr. Turner?
Pipe down, you.
Ah, so you don't know about the Beckindale Pact then, Mr. Turner?
The what?
1797, when the lord of the manor was rescued from the clutches of highwaymen by a kindly vagrant. In gratitude, he decreed the Beckindale Pact, which said that any man who sleeps for 2 consecutive nights on Beckindale common land is entitled to a peaceful tenancy for as long as he shall need it.
The car park isn't on common land, Seth.
It were in 1797.
Stop
So,
it, money out.
1580, lads, please.
80. All right, well, there's 80. Yes, sir. Cheers. We're just off for a bit of peaceful tenancy, Alan. There we go. Licensing-laws are a little bit more lenient on there rather than here.
Have I done something wrong?
No, you haven't.
Where's Loverboy?
Who?
Daniel.
Oh, he's gone home. He had to get up early for work in the morning.
Think we'd show you up, did you? By getting the best china out.
What?
People are just people to me, you know. I'm not impressed by fancy titles. I'm not embarrassed either.
Mum, what are you going on about?
I'm on about Daniel Weir, son of Lady Vanessa Weir.
Aristocracy, yeah? Nice one, sweetheart.
Well, who do you think he was? Daniel Bloggs?
Well, I didn't ask him about his family tree.
What, did he not even tell you his name?
Look, maybe he's a bit embarrassed. He seems a nice enough lad, isn't he, Ro?
Oh, don't be Daphne. That's as good as lying to her.
No, it's not. He's not like that.
Isn't he?
No, you hardly know him.
No, I know his type, though. I know what he's after, I know.
What?
He's stringing you along, love. You're his little bit of rough.
I'm not.
Well, then why hasn't he been straight with you?
Hey, hang on a minute, love. You're going to upset her.
I was a bit late for that now.
Better a bit upset now than the laughing stock of the village later. No one makes a fool of my daughter, Ned. Aristocracy or not.
Hey, it's cosy here. Do you come here often?
What? I might well do from now on, mate. Hey, listen, is there any more beer, Becky?
I won't bank on a return visit, because I might be otherwise engaged.
Oh, doing what then?
I'll take a look around. It's a right little passion wagon.
Well, it certainly worked for Seth and Betty. Hey, springs are going a bit, right?
Springs are... Oh, yeah!
Oh, hey!
Hey!
Right, well, I think I'll climb the wooden hill. Good night, all.
Good night, Al.
Night.
What a day, eh, Cupcake?
Oh, you can say that again.
What a day, eh, Cupcake? We make a great team. Gotta admit that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Terry.
Oh, hey. Why don't you start me blubbering again?
God, I was so scared. I do love you, you know that, don't you?
We'll be all right. Promise. Time for bed. To sleep. You coming?
I'll just finish this first. I'll follow you up. Go on. I won't be a minute.